In a few minutes, this man will be riding for a fall. What's more, he planned it that way. He doesn't plan to have the horse roll over on top of him, but that's just what's going to happen. Watch. In slow motion, you can hardly believe it. But this rider makes his living taking such risks. He has to know how to roll with the weight of the horse and come up in one piece. Luck? Sure. Skill? You can bet your life on it. He did. Big outdoor adventure pictures have grown bigger and more adventurous as their popularity increased. This has created a demand for a most unusual type of technician. His calling card, if he carried one, would read, "Have guts, will travel." He is known as a Hollywood stuntman. Joining a production unit near Durango, Mexico, is the largest company of stuntmen ever recruited for a Hollywood movie. They will do their dangerous best before the color cameras filming a picture called Major Dundee. This van is headquarters for the Dundee stuntmen. Here, costumes and gear are stored. The equipment is out of the ordinary, to say the least. One of the picture's stars, Jim Hutton, examines a breakaway stirrup designed to make sure that a falling horse and its rider are soon parted. This unusual frontispiece is called an arrow board, a thin steel plate covered with an inch of balsa wood. It will stop an arrow in full flight. General Custer could have used a few. This is a wire harness vest. It is used to yank a man off a horse in a hurry. The story of Major Dundee follows the adventures of a mixed troop of Union horse soldiers and Confederate renegades. Battling among themselves, they also run head-on into a series of formidable foes. The filming requires the mounting of a major production effort. It will take 2 weeks to stage the complex action of an Indian ambush. Stunts staged in long shots as part of the big scenes must be done over again for the close-up cameras. Watch this fall. In slow motion, you can see there's no camera trickery. Man and horse do exactly what they seem to be doing, taking a very dangerous fall. The trick is to come up uninjured and ready for the next stunt. Notice the camera on the left. It moves on a submerged water dolly on tracks laid in the riverbed, a first in action photography. The stuntmen go directly from one fall to the next, out of a saddle or out on a limb. There's another stuntman up there. He and his friend will collect $200 apiece for these 40-foot falls, which figures about $5 a foot. Stuntmen also double as instructors. On the right, Jim Coburn, who plays a tough Indian scout, learns how to move in a deadly knife fight. This stuntman has other talents. He's a syndicated cartoonist named Walt LaRue. With Charlton Heston as his model, a few deft strokes produce a portrait of Major Dundee. A more rewarding pose is in this romantic scene with European star Senta Berger. Young Michael Anderson Jr., though he plays the bugler of the troupe, will have to handle a saber in one of the big battle scenes. He's a quick study. On the right, star Richard Harris, who's slated for a no-holds-barred fistfight with Charlton Heston, learns to throw a punch that won't break his opponent's million-dollar jaw. The climax for Dundee's stuntmen comes with the filming of the Battle of the Rio Mescala. Here, Major Dundee's patrol, heavily outnumbered, will take on a company of crack French lancers. The object, to try for the most realistic mass battle effects ever put on film. The big scenes are augmented by picked troops of the 13th Mexican Cavalry. The stuntmen draw numbers from a hat to decide which man will take which fall. Earth is loosened up for easier landing. Stuntmen say, don't count your stunt check till you check your stunt. Watch the horse kick this rider after the fall. There. That's one hazard you can't check beforehand. That wire vest harness you saw tested earlier now goes to work in the most dangerous of all mounted stunts. The script says he gets up and fights. He doesn't. In slow motion, you can see how hard he hits the ground. But an hour later, he's back leading a charge that calls for a fall 10 feet in front of the camera. And now the mass action scene. Climaxed by the largest horse fall ever filmed, they are a tribute to the courage, skill, and daring of the stuntmen. Without them, there could be no such adventure pictures as Major Dundee.